and smile, 'cause it's been a while. It's been like a whole day since I stopped so you could hold me. But this child awaits, strong in the faith. Lord, you are the refuge that I can't wait to get to, 'cause I can't let a day go, can't let a day go by without thanking you for the joy that you bring to my life. And ooh, there's something about the way your sun shines on my face. It's a love so true, I can never get enough of you.
Hello, thank you for joining us. It is a great day to be alive. God is moving, He's shifting, and guess what? The holidays are quickly approaching. We have Labor Day weekend coming up. We have Thanksgiving up and coming. Before you know it, it will be Christmas. And those are the most devastating times around the fall, winter months when we begin to see suicide rate goes up. And so I have some phenomenal women here with me on today from Contact Helpline to share some insight and some resources that are available so that you don't have to feel like you're alone in this season. My sister Katrina Sullivan, Sunnyvale is on the end, and then Lydia then is here. Hello, ladies. How are y'all? You see, I'm trying to give you a whole new last name. You heard that? Jesus.
That's fine.
I'm like, okay, I looked at my hand. I was like, okay, Lord, what am I doing? But let me stay focused. So, Katrina, you actually have been with Contact Line for some years.
Yes.
What was, I guess, a driving passion when you first decided to take on this assignment to work? What was that moment like?
The desire to help individuals who are dealing with depression, suicide thoughts. It was important for me at the time. I was actually selling insurance.
Really?
And life insurance and health insurance and primary cancer policies.
Mm-hmm.
And I would, back then we delivered checks. We would go to the client's home and they would have a death.
Yeah.
Or be diagnosed with cancer. And they would be distraught.
Mm.
And then I would be distraught as well.
Yeah.
And I saw an ad advertising, they were talking that you can help someone by not giving advice, listening with your heart, being there for them. And I started volunteering in 2006 to help someone who has an insurance, and I was bitten by the bug.
Wow.
And I started working there in 2009, and I've been there ever since. And I truly love what I'm doing to help those who are dealing with difficult times in their lives.
It is good to know, but in this area, still a lot of people that do not know that Contact Helpline is available. Now, what I love about you, you started volunteering, you got a heart and passion, and then you went out to say, I need to recruit, I need to get some young faces in here. And so, Lydia, you were bitten by the bug, pulled in. So what was that moment for you like when Miss Katrina actually, I guess you could say, invited you in and you realized that this is really an awesome way to help people?
Well, it's funny because coming in, I was actually introduced to Miss Katrina through a friend, Anna's best friend of mine. So going in, I didn't know if I was going to be able to actually do the job. I didn't know if I was going to be qualified for sure. But now that I'm here, everything just worked out in my favor. But I know it was all God that worked it out. And I know that I'm meant to be here because everything has been confirmation for me from day one.
Yeah. Oh, wow. That is beautiful. And that's how we should be. Leaders birth leaders. What was the one thing that you saw in her that you're like, yeah, she'll be perfect for this role?
Well, like Lydia was there because of Chelsea, was her best friend. And requirement, because Chelsea was leaving, I said, you're required to have another Chelsea in that seat before you leave.
I love that.
And so she went to Lydia, and I've known Lydia mom most of my life. We grew together in the same community. And when she introduced it to me, I was like, just because she's your friend, she's a good job. And Lydia has worked a lot in our agency, not just me helping her, but she has helped me quite a great deal.
Yeah.
You have to realize that iron sharpens iron.
That's right.
And know that she's younger, and she has great ideas, and I try to pour everything out of her that I can. And to know that the gifts that she can give through God, it's just responsibility
Yes.
to use those gifts and not to close those doors, open every box, and that she can actually make a mark on this earth for the work that she's doing.
Absolutely.
And I see that in her, and she has helped me a great deal as well, including my leadership. And I don't play with her at all because in the world, they will tear you down.
Absolutely. You have to give them that real life experience. Yeah.
And when I correct her, it's in love because someone loved me enough to correct me.
Absolutely.
So therefore, and she's taking the praise, but I want to make sure that I am leading her correctly in a way so she can know her empowerment. I'm not giving her this. God is giving her this.
Absolutely.
He's just using me for this. You know, I'm not teaching anything. She comes from a great family, and things her parents have poured into her, the church, her life. I'm just the one that God has used to invite her into this organization. But the gift that's given and shown is through God.
Yeah.
And through her living. So I'm just grateful to be a vessel to her, to assist her during this time. And she's doing great work.
And
very proud of
to
her.
help her cultivate that.
Yeah.
She just said you're doing great work and she's proud of you.
Yes.
How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel very like full. My cup is full, even just being here, because this opportunity wouldn't have come if I wasn't here, if I didn't take this opportunity to work with this organization. So I'm just so thankful. I can't really express it out. I'm just like kind of like in shock.
Yeah. It's a blessing because when God divinely connects you to people, doors are supposed to open.
Yes.
You know, things are supposed to shift, and that's what happened to you when you volunteer. Contact Helpline shifted your life, and it's like your heart opened up to be able to help people. So let's just talk about it. The organization in itself, Contact Helpline, what is like your background? How did it derive? Were there an increase in people who were full of anxiety, stress, depression, was it suicide rate? What's the history for those that don't know?
It actually started in Australia.
Wow.
By Reverend Dr. Alan Walker. He's a minister. He would go to the community on weekends with members of his church, nurses, and counselors to help those who had called during the week who wanted prayer for some of their pain and which were depression, mental illness. And he saw it growing so well to help non-judgmental, confidential, anonymous. And so they started Lifeline in Australia. We moved to the United States in the 70s. And we established our free community counseling service in 1975. So next year will be our 50th year.
What a
Here
blessing.
in the Cover Triangle area. So it's been a huge blessing. But it started from a ministry. And that's how we started. And we saw the need to have a place which we call 24/7. You think about it, if you look at Mississippi, we really have over 400,000 individuals according to Love.
Yeah.
Loving.org that deal with mental health issues. You only have 27%, less than 30% of mental health professionals who can address those issues. So having a crisis line 24/7 during the time after they've seen their counselor, taking medication, just have a safe place to call and express any concerns or problems that they're having, or just someone to talk to them and listen to their thoughts is beneficial. We're there 24/7. We also answer for the 988 suicide crisis line.
Yes.
And now, since July 16th, now they can share and text.
Isn't that amazing?
You know, we're moving with the word.
And that's wonderful because some people, even though you call an anonymous, they still won't pick up the phone and call, but they'll text.
Yes.
They want to know what's going on. So, Lily, what is your role? Because you actually are like, I think, a coordinator. Share your role in what you do and how you know.
So I'm the reassurance coordinator for Contact Helpline, and I supervise the reassurance program. And what the program is, it's actually a program for senior citizens and for disabled people as well. And the ages are 60 and up, and for disabled, they're on a specific age where they can. What we do is we make daily wellness calls to them each and every day, or whatever days they would like us to. And it's a free service, and we serve 8 counties. And they can become a client once they fill out an application. And it all ties into what we do here because senior citizens also deal with mental health illness. They deal with a lot of things such as suicidal thoughts, isolation, and we want to prevent that. And that's why the program was created before I got here. So it was just a blessing for me to be able to coordinate that program.
I mean, I'm just listening to how God just divinely connected the dots.
Yes.
Because you were talking about a demographic of senior citizens. They mostly are forgotten about.
Yes.
And they feel lonely and they go into that hibernation, being elderly of suicide. And they don't talk about it. But then there goes who are our ages, 40s, 30s, and who suffered silently. What would you say to someone, to train up who's suffering silently, that's watching us right now, that may be saying, I don't want anybody to know, or I don't trust people? What words of wisdom could you give someone who's suffering silently?
Two things I always refer to. Faith without works is faith. You have to do the work. And the work consists of maybe therapy, calling across the line, talking to a friend. It's okay not to be okay. It's not okay not to go together.
Amen.
And we always use an example. If you break your leg, you go to the doctor. You
Absolutely.
receive medication, a cast, therapy, physical therapy. It's the same with that. And the stigma associated with the highness of that, people don't want to go and get help. I'm telling you. And that's what this line was created. So they can confidentially talk to someone about their deepest thoughts, deepest concern.
Yeah.
You think about the pastor of the church or the CEO of the company. They have promises in there.
Yes, they do.
But you look for them to be strong all the time. It could be the husband of the house. And sometimes they can't find that strength to reach out for him because everyone's opinion on them. But in order for you to help someone else, you must first help yourself.
Yes, ma'am.
It's important that you get the help that you receive. And we consider CPR mental health.
Yes.
We keep them safe for now. We listen initially, give a safe place. Then we try to provide a safety or engage in a safety plan to assist them. Then we pass them on to additional resources, professionals, just therapists, maybe their doctor, and we support them. And they have an opportunity to also call us back again.
That's
When
awesome.
they have that. So it's important that when you have care, you total about
And then
aftercare, continual care. That's what I say CPR. You don't have to be a doctor or just a nurse to administer CPR to someone who needs a little life in there. You administer CPR and breathe into that person until what? The ambulance comes.
Absolutely.
Once they arrive, they take them to what? The doctor. The doctor determines if they need surgery, or just if they need false pains,
Yes.
so they may need therapy. So we resuscitate them when they call, when they want to give up. We keep them safe. But give them safe space to express their thoughts, their concerns, their helplessness, hopelessness, their thoughts and their anxiety, the thoughts of taking their life. We give them open space, keep them safe. And then we provide resources. We provide a one hand to the ER where they can receive another assessment and receive that assistance, additional care and services. And then they also can always call back during that time. So we serve as that bridge between that person at risk and that person to services. They say cross that bridge there's no life you have.
Yes.
It may happen once, but you always have the opportunity to this I have services for the major part of the community. Oftentimes they have and they don't understand. So we try to assist them. They dealt with trauma. They've had a loss. Something that's happened in their life. All that we've experienced different things in their life. They make us want to give up. And I experienced that.
Y'all man.
And with that,
Yes.
we try to find something within their story when they're in their darkness. It's giving them light in their lives. Or large, and they're working in the darkness. It takes time. If they can live mentally well, good life.
It's almost like it's a call that you have to have, like a teacher, you have to be anointed and appointed. Because then when someone calls or when you go to senior citizens, you have to tread lightly. You can't just go in forcefully. So how is a day for you if they call or if you call? They say, I don't know, because sometimes they don't know that. They say, how do you respond? So if someone were to call, could you just share what they would experience?
if a senior citizen, is in a situation and they come off, they're dealing with a lot, the main thing that we know to do is to remain calm. The main thing that I know to do is to remain calm, never jump off or never get loud or try to get to where they are. Just remain calm and let them know that I'm here to listen and I'm here to do what I can for you. To be here for you. And so that's the main thing that I think of anytime I deal with a situation like this. Because I also will answer sometimes the phone, and I'm trained to answer the phone and certified to assist as well. So I do hear situations or do deal with situations where I have to talk to people, and I have to remind myself to just remain calm and know that this person is really going through something and they really need help, and they really just need us to listen to them. And that's what I do.
And that's so important in this day and time that we live in. Listen, we want to talk, but sometimes it's good to just listen. And even, I'm sure you all can attest, by the time they finish sharing, it's almost like they have their solution.
Yes.
And it's like, oh, it really wasn't that serious, but we just needed to get it out to talk to someone. And that's the blessing of I love when contact help, you're available 24/7. So those that are watching, can you give a contact number, how they can even text or call? Because I don't want to miss anybody this day and time, because we can't take it for granted. You can look and appear like you're doing perfectly well and can be sufferingly silent on the inside, because it all starts in the mind. It's a battle of the mind. So can you all give us a contact number, information on how they can actually contact you?
Well, I got 988lifeline.org. They can dial 988 or they can text 988. If you go to 988lifeline.org, you can actually find videos of survivors.
Yes.
You learn the warning signs, the risk factors. You learn more about trauma.
Yeah.
How can you address something if you don't know the history of it,
Yes.
or how you come to that point? It gives you comfort in knowing that there's resources. But on 988lifeline.org, there's a lot of information that's available. And you can actually go to on your phone, I call it a computer, and find that. But if they want to reach someone for suicide, 988, they press 1, it goes to VA. They press 3, it goes to LGBTQ population. If they do not die, you don't get those numbers, they'll come to the nearest center for your therapy.
But someone will be there readily available to serve and talk to you.
So we have 2 centers in Mississippi.
Okay.
There's one in Jackson and one in Northeast Mississippi. We sort of back up from each other. By chance, we have several calls. We wrote to our main office in Washington. All of these are 2 new centers that ask for 988 documented streets, and we have one center as well.
Okay.
And with that, we will roll to the Washington just in case. But if the Mississippi, we would got to every code, just like 911. So 911 serve as the emergency medical. We serve as the mental health. That's why we have a 988. So it's an easier number to call.
Because back in the day, it was a longer number.
1-800-273-8255.
You remember?
Oh yes,
But it was hard for people, to remember that. So I'm so happy that 988, and it's easier. Like you said, you can call or text.
Even if you're homeless, it just power on your phone. You can dial 911, right?
Yeah.
Without service, you can say it 988.
Oh, wow.
So that's important to know that.
Absolutely.
They can do that really support. And I use the example. You can be in a room in church, they can be shining hard. You feel horrible, like, why can't I get past it? It's depression.
Yeah.
PTSD.
Let's talk about that.
Postpartum.
Because you said something, and Lydia, I'm gonna come back to you. Marinate on the Renaissance program, but I'm gonna come back to you. Hold tight. I haven't forgotten about you. You said something. There's some warning signs because we go to church, we go to work, and we have it all together. But oftentimes, people that are around us are giving or exuding off those warning signs that we don't pick up on because and then sometimes they withdraw. What are some of the warning signs that we need to be aware of if somebody is depressed? Or someone who has high anxiety, because we can, in the society that we live in, we laugh things off, and it's like something really is going on. Oh, she's so crazy! Oh my God, you're so good. So, what are some warning signs that our viewers need to be aware of?
Isolation. There's some places that isolate excessive drinking, drugs, having reckless behavior, places that just have to be sleeping too much, not sleeping enough, gaining weight, losing weight. Things that shift from the normal everyday life that we may take for granted from each other. But it can be a huge factor, but it can be so small and unique. But if you start looking and seeing something different, it's okay to ask the question.
Yeah.
You know, my sister and my brother, something really different. A lot of drinking lately. When you swing around and you go to sleep, you sleep half the day, you only go to work, you come back home, but then you're in the room the entire time. Because you get a short time you can survive the work. But then you're here at home, you're going to see that you change. Are you thinking about taking your life? There's something going on for you, I can assist you in. And if you can't assist them, you can find services for you. But just some of the warning signs are just that isolation. And sometimes when people just shut down, that's part of that.
And it may be a hard conversation to have, but oftentimes it's like from what I've experienced with people, they were waiting for someone to say something. Have you noticed that? You know,
Yeah.
A lot of the time, we tend to think, and this is something I learned just by being trained, is that before I was trained, I thought, maybe even asking them a question, you could affect them by asking them, are you thinking about suicide, or are you feeling this way? But a lot of times, by asking them, you're opening them up, and they want to tell you. They just tell you what they're feeling.
it's like, do you see me?
Right.
Does anybody feel what I'm going through?
Exactly.
So it's like they're gonna get offended, they're gonna get irate, but it's like they're crying out saying, help me, I'm here, I want somebody to talk to. And so asking that question is not a bad thing. And in my mind, I could be wrong, it's like I care enough to ask that question. And even with like our veterans, those that have served PTSD, that's something that we need to make sure that for loved ones that we pay close attention to. Do you all see a high call rate with veterans and those that have PTSD as well?
We do. And we have those calls because they're feeling like they've been a hero. But oftentimes military, they're trained to be strong, superheroes,
Yes.
protect, to serve,
Yes.
and they oftentimes forget about themselves. And so it's important that they do reach out for help. And the VA, they provide quite a few services for them. It's important. Many of the other agencies they have like resources for the hospital, therapists, doctors, right there at the VA, but they actually call us. And sometimes they don't press for them. They'll allow the line to stay and we'll talk to them because there to assist them. And sometimes we just talk about what happened that day. And then they put a story in when they actually walk over their bodies. Things they're going to share with their wives or their children. But see, we're non-confidential. You don't have call ID. And they get to share their feelings. They give a fake name.
I was about to say, because they don't even have to give their real name and choose not to give a name.
They choose not to.
So let me back up because I want to make sure that those that are watching is clear. When a person calls, what do they expect? You don't have to give a name. Help us in that capacity. And so that this is non-judgment, it's confidential. Share with so they can hear. I call you all the experts. What the expectation is like. Because I think sometimes people don't call because they feel like somebody is going to recognize them, or they're know my family, somebody recognize my voice, or I have to give a name and I have to fill out a questionnaire. So just share insight of the expectation.
Confidentiality is really important. You don't sign off on the face the same. It's still required that actually we sign it each year to make sure that it's verified. But when we have someone that's on the line, we try to make sure that we allow them that free space. That's how we make sure that this is confidential. I don't know you, but I'm here for you. Yeah. And give you a fake name if you want. And we just want to know their story. We just hear their story. So as they share with us what's going on with them, we make sure we do on an age, we make sure they're safe first. And we ask the question, have you thought about suicide today in the last couple of days? Have you tried it before? We make sure they're safe first.
Yes.
Okay.
to
And
enhance
so
that
then,
moment.
yes, we can have that. We want to know if you thought about it, and do you have a plan? And we want to activate that plan with you. First thing, in that safe space. Once you do this, when you call, remember, no one's going to call us about help.
Exactly.
They want to take care, they want to move forward.
Exactly.
So when they call, there's already a warm call because they call. And then once you do that, you want to talk, tell them, and share with me what is happening. And we listen to their story, continue to give their story, offer support, and listen for something we call children. What brings you on? We have tried in the past. What gives you hope? Tell me some things you would like to try. We try to talk to them, share what you do, what the process is, and have a therapist. Therapists, counselors, psychologists, we do not work. But we're the CPR because if you're the teacher, the janitor, yes, the person in the cafeteria, you need to at least know how to administer a little help to keep you safe for that moment. That's right. Till you pass the next one. That's right. So the more books you have on the bar, they just say, well, I want to kill myself. And like we just said earlier, you remain calm and say, okay, thank you for sharing. What can we do with that? I'm going to see how I can help. So they have all the answers.
You just get a sermon to
You get to serve and acknowledge their pain. Acknowledge, I hear you. It sounds like you're in a lot of pain. That has to be different for you. Allow me to listen to your story. And if it takes, I won't. It takes 20 minutes. And we can assist them. And something else that we always go to professional care. We always try to have a safety plan. The safety plan is that sometimes people have triggers. Things that have happened.
I've got no need to worry. I've got no room for doubt. No matter what's coming at me, you'll always be the beautiful I sing about. There ain't no limitations to your amazing grace. Your amazing grace. And there's something about the way your love shines on my face. Oh no, I can never get enough of you. This feeling can't be wrong. I'm about to get my worship on. I'm gonna sing a brand new song. Yeah, I'm about to get my worship on. Take me away on this beautiful day.